So, knowing that it's you that have to build your astral worlds, you then have to support. This is why Atlas is in the position he's in, is now, and then in some cases Samson, they put Samson between the two pillars, and which is highly symbolic of the pillars of beauty and strength, Boaz and Jachin. These things are all awesomely higher Kabbalic symbolism that the Bible just fucked up. Because what the Bible did is it tried to take higher Kabbalic symbolism and take it into literal instead of its true metaphysical. The literal made it weak. The metaphysical is something you can apply and make strong. They did that to you on purpose. So Samson is put between these twin pillars, and he hears the dreams, and depending on what story you hear, some of it's Roman, some of it's Jewish, the people that are keeping him, he hears the dreams and sees what he's helping to support. He doesn't like it. He pulls the whole fucking temple down on top of their heads and kills them. Sometimes you got to do that. If you don't like, that's the other thing. As a strongman, you hear the stories of others. You see the dreams that are being manifested, such as the dreams of the Illuminati. It's time to kick. It's time to kick down some fucking pillars. That's the strongman. So, but more back to your own personal astral world. Now that you've used the strength of the strongman to shape it, you then have to hold your vision. You have to hold your dream, which could be pretty weighty. Okay, that can take a lot of strength. Now that you've built it and continually build it, you have to keep going back to it and back to it and back to it, and you build it and build it and build it, and eventually it will become true. Now, that doesn't mean that you do nothing in the physical world. No, you got to build it in the physical. The kingdom of heaven, which is the astral realm, is built with hands of flesh. That requires the strength of body. So Samson was also a craftsman as well as Sin, and in some cases even Atlas in much older stories. But you then, or one you could take example of is Wayland the Smith. You then have to use your physical body to develop and perform the actions required of you because of the opportunities that are now present because of the astral world. So let's just say you want to be a top-level athlete. You have to believe that you can be. If you believe for a second that you can't be, you won't. You have to reprogram yourself to believe that what you dream is possible. And that takes a lot of strength. Okay? So that's you in your astral world saying, this is possible. I'm going to begin to forge my astral body into that of whatever athletic competition that I want to compete in. Okay? And that means seeing yourself do it. That means intending to dream about it. That means taking maybe 15, 20 minutes a day and seeing yourself become it and successful in it as brightly and as beautifully as possible. Then not only do you have to do that, you have to go out on the physical world and do it too. The physical world and the astral world are going to meet somewhere in the middle. Okay? So this doesn't just mean that you're just going to think about it, dream about it, do a ritual, and it comes into play. No. That's the New Age Wicca bullshit. That you do a ceremony or you do a ritual and then it just magically happens for you. The great magicians of the past knew that not only did they have to amplify what they did in the astral world, they also had to look for the opportunities that trickle down to the physical world to make that happen. You think any of those great temples weren't built in the astral world first, you're fucking out of your mind. Those temples were built first, and then when the physical vessel of that temple was built, those magicians drew the astral temple into those physical temples, and there was a merger of spirit and physical. And those temples had amazing powers, and those were the places, and still to this day, is those super haunted temples that people see the most incredible paranormal activity at. That's a truth. So you see, and you'll hear a lot about these athletes talk about hardcore visualizations. They do tons and tons of visualizations. What they don't know that they're doing is really activating themselves on the astral plane. Okay? This is the act of the strongman. Okay, if I don't believe that I can't bend horseshoes, I can't tear phone books, I can't, pick a 300 and some odd pound weight over my head, I can't go onto a judo mat or a jiu-jitsu mat and, own the limbs of the other guy, then what the hell am I doing? If I don't practice that, then what the hell am I doing? Okay? So there's two things that you've really got to focus on, all right? And the strongman, the Samson energy, the energy of sin, as in and see, every time I say that, people go, oh, sin, ooh. Sin was one of the most powerful deities of his time because he helped build the dreams. It's of no consequence that they have attached that negative word in his name. It's to keep you from embodying, or was to keep those people at that time from embodying his teachings, embodying what he was about, because sin was suddenly bad, and sin was this, and sin was that, and sin was the 7 deadly sins. And you see what I mean? This is how they connect that. They don't want you forging these powerful astral connections. They don't want you building a world that they haven't built for you, because what they want you for is to be cattle. They want you to be their little worker bee. They want to profit from your sweat and toil. And then they want you to come to their churches and pray your little guts out to a God who doesn't care about you. And then they take that energy and they funnel it to whatever dreams they want. Do you think the elites live the life that we do? No. They have technology. They have life systems. They have life-increasing technologies. They have fruits and vegetables. They have vitamins. They have things that you will never see probably, that they keep to themselves. They live in a virtual, closed-in paradise. And they don't think of you as anything other than straight-up cattle. Okay? If you ever want to get pissed off, which I'm often pretty pissed off, go find a book called the Talmud. And this isn't a knock against Jews, because I don't think true Jews, honestly, don't think about this. The Talmud was like the Zionistic style Judaism, which is just completely different and a true hate religion. Any form of Zionism is a true hate religion. There's Zionist Christians as well. But go read the Talmud and find out what they say about goys. And a goy and a Gentile is someone who's not part of their Zionistic religion. Okay? They think you are shit. It's okay for them to kill you. They state this plainly. It's okay for a Jew to kill a goy. It's okay for a goy to rape a goy woman. It's okay for a Jew to have sex with a goy under the age of 3. Okay? It's okay for a Jew to steal from you. Unfortunately, they use the word Jew when they really should be using the word Zionist. Okay? They hide behind the true, simple, beautiful people who are Jewish and call themselves Zionists. Okay? Well, they call themselves Jewish when they're actually Zionists. So the horrible thing is see who they're hurting. They're hurting everybody. Okay? They hide behind the fact that they hide behind Jewish people to do their horrible, crappy things. I hope more Jewish people wake up to them. But, I guess that's up to them. So, you need to now begin, now that you know that any religion that tells you that you're worthless, in and of itself, that religion is worthless and comes from a forked tongue. I guarantee you. It's a religion that just literally hissed at their high priests, and then their priests get all together and eat their big portions of food and laugh around and roll around in large piles of gold and fart at each other and think it's funny, and then, steal your children and molest them, and then they go out and preach Jesus to you. These religions are the things that are holding you down. These are the big shackles. Instead of the big, strong, muscular, physical bodies and wills that you guys should have, and you guys are hoisting the big weights over your head and whatnot, these are the big weights that are tied around you as shackles and just hold you down from all the splendor you could be. The strongman is also about breaking bad habits, snapping the chains. If you watch a strongman show, there's tons of chain snapping. So this is also showing you, and Sin was famous for his snapping of chains. So this was showing you that your own habits, your bad habits, build these unfortunate physical realities for you. So now you have to go and find the habits that you have that are not helping you and break them. You have to use the strength of Samson, which is in every single human being. Every single human being has the strength of Samson and Solomon. Every human being has the strengths of Loki and Thor. These are just principles that are built inside you from the original human programming. These gods helped build you at the beginning and said, this is what humanity should be like. So you have to use that strength of the strong man to shape your world in the astral, hold that vision, continually go and visit it, not lose sight of it, okay? Not to let it go when people are like, oh, that's a stupid dream. You could never do that. Don't believe in your dreams. Yeah, be like me. Be a nobody. Meh. Okay? Don't listen to these fucking idiots, okay? You need to hold to yourself. You need to hold who you are. And you need to begin building it on the physical plane. And then you need to go snap the shackles, the chains of slavery. Okay? This is truly, the strongman was such a powerful vision that they were almost considered divinity. Hercules, okay, Apollon, not Apollo, but Apollyon was another very powerful strongman at the time. All these guys, Samson, all these guys were considered, almost like demigods because they embodied the powers of the strongman so much that people could actually see it in real time. So they held mighty weights above their head. They snapped chains. They did everything in the physical that people are supposed to do in both the physical and the astral world. I hope this is making sense. So yours is to develop the will, the strength, the never say die attitude, the I'm not gonna quit, the I'm gonna break this chain no matter how fucking tough it is, how fucking big it is. I'm gonna break this chain. I'm not gonna be a servant. I'm not gonna be a slave anymore. I'm gonna topple those big ivory towers that are holding the vision of evil madmen. Okay? And I'm going to hold the vision of who I am and the true vision of my people, which is to be free. That's the strength of the strongman. That's what I really want to get through to you so that we can go talk about Solomon. And then you can take together Samson and Solomon, and man, you'll have that yin and yang force, and you will just be kicking the fuck out of things and helping and creating a brighter future for yourself and everyone around you.